Like against the Dolphins, he put up points. Against the Patriots, he did okay, but Patriots defensive scheme usually changes per week.
Always.
Tampa Bay, I don't see him DBs that they have are going to still match up well with our DBs, our wide receivers, because our wide receivers are not that good. It's not like something we can take advantage of. Even though Rashad Bateman's coming back, I just don't know how healthy he is. And even last week, they took out Mark Ingram's out of the game, and you saw how Lamar struggled to move the ball. That's why they only threw. They couldn't throw the ball. The Browns did a really good job of just taking Mark Andrews out and forcing Lamar to throw the plays outside. So I think it's, right now the strength of schedule says that we have the 6th easiest schedule in the NFL. I think Lamar's numbers are going to hopefully show that. But honestly, that shit does not make sense because I think our wide receivers are fucking trash. So I'm hoping.
I'm waiting for Rashad Bateman to take the next step. He's just not been healthy enough,
And he showed a glimpse against the Dolphins. Like he had that round. Yeah, like he has the speed. He models his game after Devontae Adams, and they actually like train together off the field. So realistically, I think Lamar is still going to stay as a top 10 quarterback, like points wise in fantasy football.
Right.
But I don't know. I can't see him being a top 3 unless they have better weapons outside, because he can't throw there's no one to throw the ball to.
Yeah.
Like, and they signed Deshaun Jackson, and dude, I was fucking pissed. I was like, bro, at this point, just sign Will Fuller at this fucking point. Like, you're literally signing a 35-year-old wide receiver. Like,
why hasn't Will Fuller been signed yet? I don't get it.
And that's what people were like, how trash must Will Fuller be right now? People are seeking out D Jackson as a 35-year-old.
D Jackson has a beer in one hand, a bong in the other. He's like, wait, they're signing me again? Like that man has long been retired.
Think about how bad Will Fuller must be if D Jax got signed, and Deshaun Jackson I think like 6 or 8 months ago, he made like those anti-Semitic comments too.
Oh, I forgot about that.
So think about how bad Will Fuller must be. Like that blows my mind, because Will Fuller on the field, I feel like that motherfucker was always catching a touchdown on the Texans. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So how bad must it be for you to be signing Kanye West at this point? You know what I'm saying?
No. Yeah, dude, a skinny Kanye, bro, from Philly. Yeah, it's fucking. And yeah, I don't know what the offense is just so weird, because like you want to get a new coordinator that's more pass friendly, more modern, but the Ravens are finding success still, and that's hurting the Ravens. And one thing was like in 2006 when the Ravens won the Super Bowl, I'm never gonna forget. Joe Flacco literally got on the sidelines and he told Dan Martindale, I think his name was, and he was like, "We need to be more aggressive. Like our offense sucks." It was like very conservative offense, and that week they fired him. Then they hired, I can't remember the offensive coordinator. He was African American. He was black. He was a coach for the Lions. Ended up coaching the Colts for a bit.
Oh, what the fuck? Not Lovie Smith. He got wronged. He got wronged in the NFL.
Yeah, but they brought him in week 6, and he was the QB coach. And then the Ravens got more aggressive, win the Super Bowl that year.
Right.
And they had a pretty good wide receiver core. They had Anquan Boldin. They had Torrey Smith. They had Jacoby Jones. They had Todd Heaps.
Bro.
Yeah, they had Todd Heaps, who was like Mark Andrews at that time. He was a very good tight end, because the Ravens and the Patriots have always been the tight end team. Same with the Steelers, but I think Lamar Jackson just needs to have that moment. He needs to grow up here and be like, "Fuck this, I want to do this," and he hasn't done that.
Right? Do you feel like he'll do that after he gets his contract?
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stay with the Ravens.
Wow, bold take, bro.
Yeah, I don't think he's gonna stay. I don't think the Ravens are gonna. I don't think they're gonna pay him what he wants, and I think that's a smart move. I think that's.
You don't think? Oh, wow.
Yeah, I think that's a smart move as a franchise. You can't invest. Like the offense has been tailored for his success. People forget that. Like his MVP year, yeah, he was throwing the ball crazy, but the reason he was able to throw the ball crazy was because how innovative that offense was because it was so Lamar Jackson friendly.
He was rushing.
He was
12
rushing,
times a game.
He was rushing like 100 yards a game, right?
Mm-hmm.
And so that brought safe. Like people didn't know how to like defend that. And now he's still doing that. He's not doing 100 yards per game, but you can see they know how to defend them, and his numbers have decreased. And I think if he goes to a different teams, he won't have the same success. I look at Justin Fields. The coach just admitted, I don't know if you read that article, they're like, yeah, we've been paying attention to the Ravens playbooks, and a lot of those plays that they were running against the Patriots were from the Ravens playbook.
Wow. Yeah.
So
they're starting to get him rolling out more, finally. Yeah. Justin Fields isn't a pocket passer. What the fuck? Mm-hmm. Neither is Lamar.
Yeah. So I don't think he's in this. I'd be very surprised if he stays. I'd be like super surprised because, dude, and like the Browns straight up said, I don't know if the Browns were like, yeah, as soon as Lamar signs his contract, we're going to restructure Deshaun Watson's contract.
Wow.
So you know what I mean? Like the Browns know what they're doing. They're trying to fuck the Ravens over in the long run if Lamar Jackson doesn't work out and we get stuck with that contract.
Exactly.
So, dude, it's insane. I don't think any quarterback should be paid more than Patrick Mahomes, but they are, right?
Yeah.
That's what's crazy.
I feel like the AFC North is some of the most petty motherfuckers. I swear to God. You guys hate each other. Yeah, everyone hates each other in that division.
Yeah, and they'll steal each other's players and like, there's a website, I can't remember what it was called, but they had like every incident where every football team did something sketchy. Whether it was like steal playbook, whether it was like, sign another player the week before just to get an understanding of what that offense is like. Like, it's so interesting how all these little games in the NFL. And
Browns are winning.
And then Nick is a Patriots fan, right?
Oh my God, yeah. Yeah.
Fucking talk about cheaters, dude. Let's not even go there. But the fucking Deflategate, I think the Patriots would have still won. But come on.
Yes. The Spygate. Oh, me and Nick had this conversation 2 weeks ago.
The Spygate
fucking had me riled up.
Marshall Faulk was like, yeah, we ran a play that we never ran a play ever in the practice before we played the Patriots in the Super Bowl. And for some reason, they knew how to defend it during the Super Bowl, which was like a double pass.
Nick will say it was proven that it was false, but I would say it wasn't proven that it was true.
There's a reason Jerry Jones.
Difference there.
There's a reason Jerry Jones went up to fucking Robert Kraft and said, "Don't fuck with me right now," because Roger Kraft is protecting that fucking asshole Roger Goodell.
Yes, sir, dude. Yeah, there's a lot of secrets that the owners are holding, and I'm telling you, Robert Kraft has the most secrets to hold.
Dude, yeah, and then how Tom Brady almost ended up in Miami, and how shady that was too.
Yeah.
Like, come on. And I think there's too many. And then remember the Patriots would run these plays where they would have all these linemen on this line of scrimmage, and they didn't know who was an eligible receiver or not. Remember that? And that's why that rule exists now, where like they're like, yeah, he's an eligible receiver. You have to report that he's an eligible receiver, or it's an illegal formation. And I'm never gonna forget the Ravens were playing. I can talk about this forever. The Ravens were playing the Patriots in a divisional game. They were up by 10 points, and then there was a play where I think it was Julian Edelman those like a touchdown. It was a divisional playoff game
to Amendola, right?
Amendola. But that game there was confusion among the linebackers and the nickel who's in a cover who, because there were so many players on this line of scrimmage, and that rule didn't exist then.
Yep.
Fucking shady, bro.
Yeah. Dude, Belichick is
genius.
He's a shady motherfucker. Let's go.
Yeah.
Let's be
honest. It's not cheating if you get away with it, That's what probably Nick thinks, you know what I mean?
Oh, exactly. Oh, that's exactly what he said to me. Shout out Nick, you shady bastard. Dude. So moving yeah. Patriots are shady. Moving on to the next segment. Defend your pick. 2 questions here. Do you feel good about taking Jamar Chase at number 6? Second question, follow up. Is this man on the trade block? Everyone must know.
He is on the trade block. I need a running back, and I need a running back and a receiver. But I want I just want an average. I just need average, and I'm hoping that this is like right now. If I keep this team, I'm not going to win the league, and I'm not. And realistic. So I'm trying to like increase my chances.
Right.
And I don't think J.K. Dobbins is going to come back personally. I think there's too much. I've had that surgery he's having, which is when they go in there and remove scar tissue out of your knee. And I've had that exact same surgery. And literally, like the moment he has that surgery, the following day they're gonna have him doing like bikes, the cycling, running.
Already?
Yeah, that's what they did with me. So I'm assuming they're gonna do the same with him. Because that means if he's getting surgery to get scar tissue removed, that means he doesn't have full motion in his leg, full range of motion. And fuck the Giants in the NFL for playing on MetLife and the Jets for thinking that field's okay. Another fucking side note, because everyone's fucking dying on that field.
Everyone needs to every team makes enough money for you to have fucking grass fields.
Yeah, play on Yankee Stadium, play in fucking the Mets Stadium, go to Syracuse, go to Rutgers. There's fucking 15 football fields in it. Anyways, Jamar Chase is on the trading block. If I don't trade him, it's whatever. If I do, great. But it's always hard to trade because people are trying to fuck each other over no matter what.
It's like that's something to talk about. It's so tough to make a trade in fantasy football because one side needs to see that they are clearly 100% winning in that fucking trade to even consider it. And
you
so
know what's even harder,
like that,
Josh?
Fuck you.
What's even harder? Trading to a team, to the person who's leading the division.
Yes!
That's even fucking harder.
I'll be honest with everyone. Me and Jaime, we've been talking about Jamar Chase, okay? So if you guys have something set up,
I was so
send
close
it over to
accepting.
Jaime.
I was so close to accepting too, and I was like, that's what's keeping me. I was like, I'm potentially handing you the league with this move, and that's what my mindset is. You got Justin Jefferson and Jamar, like, come on, in a 14-man league, come on.
Come on, bro. Okay. All I'm saying is think about it and think about how it's going to affect your team because after this week, we might not even see each other again. So it's like, I mean, I'm in a position where I can take a hit on my depth, but you're in a position where you need to win now. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. So I mean, it's easy to go back and be like, oh man, I wish I would have taken A, B, C, or D, right? Mm-hmm. But in hindsight, I think I made the right pick. I think, looking at the board at the time, it was either Justin Jefferson or Jamar Chase. I think you and I were talking about, like, one of them is going to fall to us.
Right.
And I was happy with Jamar Chase, and I still am. Like, he's going to get his points. He's had some really weird games, but I don't think that's on him. I think that's on Mr. Joe Burrow. T. Higgins being out, that means you can double Jamar Chase, have safety over the top with the corner, and then put the best corner on your number 2 receiver. So, so that's why I was like, that's why I'm not worried about that. If there's a fucking pick I should be defending, it's fucking Keenan Allen. All right? Because even Scary Terry hasn't had a bad year. Like, he's had a decent year. He's been averaging like 10 to 12 points a game. I'll take that, especially with the quarterbacks he's had. But
you'll take consistency. Keenan Allen not playing for the whole year. That's why I was like, can't really defend an injury. But Jamar Chase, like, on a brighter note, Jamar Chase, for everyone that sees Jamar Chase on the trade block right now,